Hi, and welcome to You Can Cook Anything with Bob and JP. I'm Bob. Who are you?
I'm Lexie, your niece. Did you forget?
Well, I am getting old, Lexie, so I might have. Lexie is JP and my niece, and today she's going to be cooking something special for you. Lexie, what are you making?
Today I'm making creme brulee.
Ooh, creme brulee. What's that?
Creme brulee is a vanilla custard that's soft, creamy, and thick, and it's very good.
That sounds good. So why did you choose to make creme brulee?
I chose to make creme brulee because it is one of my favorite desserts, and when my sister makes it, it's really good.
Yeah, well, when you make it, it's really good because I've had one of your batches. So I'm really looking forward to today. So today, Lexie is going to do all the work. She's going to take you through the ingredients, how to put them together, and then I'm going to be the taster today. So stick around while we make creme brulee. All right, well, hey, Lex, let's go through the ingredients. What do we need?
Okay, so you're going to need 9 egg yolks.
Okay.
I have 9 right here.
Well, we have 9 eggs.
Yeah.
You're going to show everybody how to separate them?
Yes.
Okay.
You need 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
That you've taken the time to pre-measure with Situ.
Yes.
That's great. Okay.
1 quart of heavy whipping cream.
Cool. So heavy whipping cream. You could always use heavy cream if they don't have heavy whipping cream. It's only a minor change in fat content, but not enough to really matter. What else?
And 1 vanilla bean.
So we got 1 vanilla bean. What else?
Okay, then you're going to need a knife to cut the vanilla bean open.
I already gave you my show. I got no money. Put the knife down and we're cool. All right.
Then you're going to need a bowl to put your whites in when you separate the eggs.
Okay.
You're going to need a bowl for our mixer. And
Let's talk about that for a second. So this is an ancient Hobart stand mixer. It's the original KitchenAid before KitchenAid was making them. So it's a little beat up. If you don't have a stand mixer, don't worry about it. You can use a hand beater instead. Or you could do it by hand if you want an incredibly long workout, because it'll take a lot of work. But you can buy one of those little hand beaters for like $15 or less sometimes. They're really inexpensive. So, but we're going to use a stand mixer because that's what I have.
Okay.
Is this the attachment we want?
Yes.
What's this attachment called?
A whisk.
Correct. Next, what else?
And you're going to use ramekins to put your vanilla custard in.
What's a ramekin?
A ramekin is the glass that you put it in.
Ah,
And I chose the heart ones because I thought they were cute.
they are cute, just like you. All right, is that everything?
Yes.
All right, cool. So let's get started. What are you doing first?
First, we're separating the egg whites from the egg yolks.
Show us how.
Okay, so I'm going to take the bowl. So what I do is I crack the egg and I separate it with the... Oops. Got it.
Oh, she got it. You're the best.
And you separate it with the shells.
Oh, that's meticulously done. Excellent work.
And put it in there.
All right, Lexie, that's a great job separating. We got the 9 yolks and 9 whites. Keep in mind when you're separating yolks and whites, when you care about the yolks, if you get a little whites in them, it's not going to be that big a deal. But if you're trying to whip like a meringue, so you need egg whites, and you get even a drop of yolk in it, it will never foam. Because what happens is the fats that are in the yolk will keep those proteins from ever binding right. So it's really important if you're separating eggs for the whites that you're ultra cautious about not getting any yolk in it. But for our purposes, a little white in there, no big deal. Okay, what are you doing next?
Next, we put the 3/4 of a cup of sugar in it.
Here, how fast do we beat it? Really fast? Kind of fast?
Kind of fast.
Kind of fast. Hit the switch. What are we looking for? I'm gonna shut that off.
Okay.
Just till they can hear you.
So we are looking for it to be light yellow and thick.
Light yellow and thick. All right, let's show everybody what it looks like. Oh, goodness. There you go. Show everybody what your
So
mix looks like.
it should be light yellow and thick like pancake batter.
Oh, good descriptor. Oh, crud, I just dripped some. Okay, what's next?
So next we have to take the heavy whipping cream
Yep.
and put it in a medium saucepan on low heat. So now we're gonna put it on the stove at low heat. So next we're gonna take our vanilla bean and our knife and then just cut it right down the middle.
That was very skillful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So then you just peel it open and then you take the knife and just scrape it out.
There you go. Perfecto. All right, well, you did a great job. I see we got a whole lot of the inside of vanilla bean. So what's next?
So next we put the vanilla bean in with the cream.
Do you want that to be hot first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Go ahead, do your thing. What do we do with this vanilla bean?
Okay.
You want me to throw it away?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
you take the pod,
Yeah.
and then you have a little jar of sugar. Then you can put the pod into the sugar. And then cover it.
Mhm.
And then let it sit for like a week maybe.
Okay.
And you have vanilla sugar.
Ooh, vanilla sugar.
Yes.
Great idea.
So if you were making creme brulee, you can use this to substitute the regular sugar.
That's pretty brilliant. All right, cool. So, all right, so there you go, sweetie. There's your brief simmer. So, you want to start tempering?
Sure.
Okay. Am I mixing or you dumping? Who's doing what?
I'll dump.
You'll dump? Okay. Don't burn me. So, what's tempering all about?
So if you put the liquid in too fast, the
Yeah,
eggs
go ahead.
can heat up and scramble,
Okay.
and you don't want that. So you just want to pour it in with the ladle.
All right, and so that you slowly raise the temperature of the eggs,
Yes.
and they get closer to matching in a way that the proteins don't bond. Okay, I get it. Good. Tempering. We're tempering. Now I'm going to say we're there, right?
Yeah.
Now you want to dump this back in there, or you dumping all of that in here?
You dump all that in there.
All right, we'll pick up the pan and dump it in. You're the boss. Do it. Excellent.
And just pour it in.
Okay. I'll hold this. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, good job. Get all those beautiful vanilla beans. All right, go put that right in the sink. All right, what are we doing next?
Next, we are going to set up the ramekins in a roasting pan.
Why a roasting pan?
Because we will put the mixture in the ramekins and then we fill the pan
Yep.
halfway up with water so
Okay.
that the custard will stay moist and creamy.
So the custard will stay moist and creamy, okay?
Yes.
Oh, well, do you want to just use your ladle to fill those?
Yeah.
There you go, ladle. You don't need this?
No.
All right, take this away.
So in order to fill it when it's at least 3/4 of the way high. And also, if you wanted to, you can have different flavors. Once my mom made it and did pistachio creme brulee, and it was very good.
I can't eat that. I'm gonna keep adding water until you tell me to stop.
Okay.
You're the boss.
Yep. Okay, that's good.
All right. Into our hot oven. Okay, so the one other thing you have to do is,
Rip out a piece of foil and then just put it loosely on top. Don't crinkle it on the sides, just place it right on top.
yeah, and also for future reference, when it comes time for the water bath, put your pan of ramekins in the stove first with the shelf pulled out. Add the water and then push the shelf back in. Don't do it the way we did it. I was just doing that so you could see how much water. but the water goes in after it's already in the stove, or else you're trying to carry around a giant massive pot of water, you'll ruin everything. Now we've got a real problem. We filled 2 ramekins.
Yes.
This recipe is for how many?
6.
6.
Yeah.
I think we may have a little extra. I do know that there's a trick you can pull with this.
What?
You can make ice cream with this. So if you have an ice cream maker at home of any kind, this will be the best vanilla ice cream you will make at home ever. But everybody knows about that. What are we going to do with this? Experiment time!
All right, now listen up. Any experiments performed at home should be done with adult supervision, and all appropriate safety precautions should be taken. All directions should be followed exactly, and no substitutions should be used.
Here's the thing. Let's say you don't have ramekins, you don't want to buy ramekins. I think you can still use a pie. So these are just store-bought graham cracker crusts. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pour them in and we're going to load them into the oven. And this experiment will be no water bath.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
How long do those go into the oven for in the water bath?
They go in for 45 minutes.
Then what?
And then you put them in the refrigerator to chill for 2 hours.
Okay, so let's fill up, let's see how many of these pies this will fill up.
Okay.
Okay, well, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 2 creme brulees.
Yep.
The pies now are in, so we'll have to wait for those for later.
Okay.
But what do we do next?
So next we're going to take sugar and we're going to sprinkle it on and caramelize the creme brulee.
Ooh, all right, well, let's see how that works. Keep in mind there is one other thing that you're going to need. That's a torch. I don't mess around. I use a full-size propane torch. Why? This is a lot cheaper solution than the cute little butane torches that you get at the, for kitchen use. And as long as you have a place to store it safely, this is the most flexible thing to buy because you can use this for other things. This is also an igniter, so you just turn the dial, you hit the switch, and you have flame. So I highly recommend not spending $50 on a tiny little butane torch when you can spend just a couple of bucks on this setup right here.
Okay.
I saw you doing a lot of shaking. What's that for?
So the sugar spreads out evenly.
Even sugar spread. All right, let's move one away.
Show me what you got.
Keep it further away. This isn't the little one you have. There you go. See how fast that works? All right, well, it's tasting time, but 2 things. 1, this just had like 1,000 degrees on it.
Yeah.
This whole glass thing's hot. You may not eat it. I may not eat this yet. We're gonna give it a second to cool.
Yep.
And when it's done, we're gonna show everybody what your caramelizing did.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
So, part of the point of doing this is to bring out complex flavors in sugar. A little
Yes.
bitter, a little extra sweet, but you also get this if you do it right. All right, I'm the taster this time.
Okay.
I'm going to taste your creme brulee. It's terrible. You can't have this one. I think I'm just going to hold them both for testing. I don't think you should eat these. They're amazing.
Thank you.
You were right with your description. It is soft but thick. It's really creamy, and that vanilla flavor is just amazing because you use the bean.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Dig in. All right, Lexie. Well, that looks like a creme brulee pie.
It does. And it looks very nice and delicious.
Should we torch it?
Sure.
All right, we'll get the sugar, get the torch. Is the consistency right? Mm-hmm. It's exactly what you'd want on a creme brulee.
Yes.
There you have it. So if you can't get a ramekin, don't want to buy one, throw it in a pie crust. It filled 2 pies, right? And 75 minutes, 325 with the convection on. There you have it, creme brulee pie. Experiment successful. High five. Amazing work.
Thank you.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Click subscribe if you haven't. Click the little bell icon to turn notifications on. We hope you give this recipe a try. I guarantee you won't be unhappy. Lexie, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Thanks for cooking creme brulee for us. And don't forget, what do Uncle JP and I always say? Hi, and welcome to You Can Cook Anything with Bob and JP. I'm Bob. And this is?
I'm Lexie.
Lexie is JP and my nephew. Hi, Lexie.
Nope.
You not?
No.
Oh, okay. I think the long hair might have told me you were my niece, but that's okay. All right, you can.
Action.
And don't forget what JP and I always say. We'll see how it looks.